Hey, I'm Decathlon Gamer. Welcome back to Pro Cycling Manager 2020. This is Career Mode episode number 46. We're at the Portuguese National Championship, the road race. Alves Machado, my only Portuguese rider. The Peleton's shrinking. The pace has been pretty dang hot, and riders are already going out the back. There is no breakaway. We've got one team leading the way, just trying to split up the field. And they're doing a really good job of it. We're down to 35 from the original 46. One by one, riders dropping off the back. Alves Machado, not a climber. Today, punchy stage. Now, he's got the sprint capability to maybe win this thing if he can hang in till the end of it. But we've got 120 kilometers to go. It's a long ways to go and a lot of climbing, a lot of undulation to get through before that finish. Also, the finish is not flat, so that doesn't necessarily favor him either. But my hope, top 10. He's already got a top 34 figured out, at least at this point in time. And we're going to need to get water. Let's do that now. And we're holding position pretty well. Fortunately, he does have a +2 race day condition, though it actually could have been better. He drew a -1 on the day. He had a +3 base setting, as he's both on a fitness peak and this is an objective for him. So the expected race day condition was better than we actually got, but it's still pretty good. 70 flat, 73 stamina, 69 resistance today, that 74, 79 in the sprint categories. The problem is the 65 mountain, 64 hill is going to be his downfall, or most likely will be his downfall. We'll see if he can hang on. It's a simple circuit. We know what we're into here. And it's really not that steep, but there's a lot of undulation with it. Trying to watch now how much of that undulation is actually above that 3. One of the climbs, it is a good fair bit, and we're still holding on with those 34 riders, so we have not seen the group decreasing in size for a while, as we get a few attacks by riders who are capable of going off and winning this thing. They're out to a minute just like that. Those 3 guys are going to be tough to catch, and it's certainly not up to me when I have no teammates here. You see the guys on the front are really struggling. That's opened up to 2 minutes already. I think those guys might have just won this race. But there is absolutely nothing I can do without any team support other than just go for the finish. All right, 60K to go. Last time that we need to grab water here. 2 minutes, 40 seconds on the gap. Now 3 minutes. 3.5. Those guys are running away with this thing. The chase is just, it's nothing. I could probably take off now and secure 4th place unless they suddenly get others to accelerate to chase me. It's a risky move. Or do we just fight for 4th place, period? None of the other teams are taking over duties at this point. Guy who's got no energy left is the one on the front. His pace is just not great. It is down to 3 minutes, so we have gained a little ground. It's 2 okay riders giving chase, but they're looking quite tired. I think those 3 are going to battle it out for the win here. No doubt about it. So podium out of reach, but top 5 certainly isn't. Yeah, it's back up to 4 minutes now. The riders behind us have actually come back at us a bit. Now we're getting a little acceleration. Alves Machado going backwards. 24K to go. In a sense, this is good for me because I think we were looking at potentially outside of the top 20 at the pace we were going. We were risking getting left behind due to our climbing ability. But because of this, now we're looking potentially at a top 5. There's that big acceleration coming.
And he sprints away in attack.
$15K to go. Okay, that attack has been lifted. Tunez now working hard. Down to 240 on the guys at the front. It's way too late to be chasing them down.
10 kilometers to the finish line.
The only couple Portuguese teams you have are not quite strong enough. You can clearly see, making it, like so many of the national championships, great opportunities for a breakaway. The original breakaway, no, but 3 strong riders going off the front blew up the chasing riders very, very quickly. 8.5K. Wow, we've pulled back a minute on those guys. We're not pulling back the other 2. And we have lost 1 rider. And the gaps behind also have blown up in the last handful of kilometers. Alves Machado a bit fatigued now, but hanging on. Cut it back down to 1:40 now. All right, here we go. Gel up. Alves Machado, 4.8. Let's double check what we have. 2 uphills. Kind of want to attack the crest of the first one would be the ideal. We're going to start scooting forward. Salvez, Guerrero, Almeida, Rodriguez, those guys strong. There we go, over the top of the first. This is my time to go.
Only a few riders are capable of following the very fast pace.
And then you get out front as we go towards the end. I don't have enough red bar to stay ahead of these guys. Figueiredo, Oliveira, and Costa 1, 2, 3 as expected. The punchier guys overtake me before the line, but we do claim a top 10, 8th place. It's not bad considering it was not a sprint race at all. We knew that those little punchy finishes, Alves Machado would have been no match for those guys. We went at the right time. We had enough energy. We went right at the top, used the downhill, used the flat of the bridge to outpace everybody, get a little bit of distance, and then they just quickly came right back at us. And we held out for a decent position. I don't think you could ask for a whole lot more. I mean, that was basically a 5th place if you take away the top 3. I love how Gonçalves has the question marks. Spanish National Championship. Rodriguez, Lopez here for this one. It's a little punchy. It's not that big of a climb. We're on it now. Go 7 degrees for a little bit, but it's not much. It's not much at all. So, or 7%, that is. It is enough, though. I mean, 13 riders have already fallen off the back, and the gap's growing to those guys. There's 40 of us chasing 11. At some point, Lopez might have to be involved in that chase, but I doubt it. There should be enough between Movistar and Astana riders to do the chase. There's a lot of Astana riders that are Spanish, so gap's a minute to the 11 riders off the front, but they've been out front the whole stage. We're down to 50K now. We have 4 times left up this climb, and as we crest it now, we're down to just 3 more times. We finish on the downhill. Lopez not feeling good today, so he's got a -3, though his expectation with feeling ill only amounted to a -1, so he drew a -2. And then Rodriguez, well, this was an objective, so he was supposed to have a +1 today. He's a net 0. You know, I could be wrong. It's easy to remember the harsh times, and it's even easier to remember when things do go your way. But to be honest, at least according to my memory, I think it's been a really long time. I do remember a period of time in this series where we had a good stretch, where we had positive race day conditions for so many riders, but so much of that was because I had like 4 guys on fitness peaks at the same time. And even then, I believe that we were still in a position that suggested that it was not a matter of, come on, Lopez, get up there, get up there. Really bad time. There's an attack happening right now, and I send him back to get water. This is not good. I need you up here with Rodriguez, and we're going to have to respond. We catch the breakaway, and the peloton shrinks to 40 riders. Now, both guys struggling a little bit. Let's push that over 80. We have crested the hill, and nobody got away. Just one time left to go, though, which means it's that next time that we're going to see something. So Lopez, Rodriguez, that's where we're going to make it happen. And the peloton is now shrinking. Those guys with the fall are not in the main group. So that is not why we have dropped in size a little bit. This is pace. 18K to go. All right, they have comfortably moved back to the front. Anyway, I think, at least according to my memory, the net neutral on the race day condition, the expected bell curve on the 0. I think my average draw for months now, my average has been about a -1. Like across the board. Am I wrong? You guys might have, a different perspective seeing it the way you do in punches shortened down. I play for an hour, you see 20, 25 minutes. I play for an hour and a half or so, you see about 35 minutes. So it's possible your memory could be a little better on this one than mine, a little fresher, especially if you happen to watch a chunk of episodes at once. Lopez, we're going to use his gel right now, and I'm going to get Rodriguez to follow you. We're not going yet, but we're going to get ready to. Now, we're going to start that incline. Lopez, we're going gradual at first, just pulling towards the front. Okay, we're up to 2.5. Astana, movie star, right at the front, right where we'd expect him. All right, here we go. Lopez, turn it on right before that corner so that he doesn't get cut off, which he nearly did anyway.
Only 10 kilometers left.
Lopez can't find a way through. Oh, he finally does, but he pulls a movie star rider through. And we go over the top, 9K to go. And Lopez is going to attack this descent. Rodriguez right on his wheel. It's now going to come down to a sprint with 38 riders. That's not looking good for me. Okay, 7K to go. Lopez. All right, full 99. And we split the field. It's down to 9 riders. Rodriguez.
Only 5 kilometers left.
Lopez is done here. There is nothing left to do but sprint it out at the finish. So, Rodriguez, let's sit on. We want to keep a strong position here. He is not a sprinter, but he's got a 66. And that's not terrible. 3K to go. I think at this point, keeping him at the front is going to be what to do. 2K to go. 1.8K. 1.4K. We're going early because of we're getting this technical area. Here comes Garcia Cortina, the actual sprinter. This will be a 6th. We're going to be 6th. Garcia Cortina easily takes it. Aaron Burrow. The Iziguiras, Bilbao, Rodriguez claims 6th place, which is a good result. It's a good result, certainly, no doubt about it. Hard to ask for more with that type of finish. Garcia Cortina, somebody who is capable to get over simple hills like this, and then has that sprint capability. No surprise at all that he claimed the win on this one. Between the time trials and the road races, we've had a multitude of top 10s already. Numerous. I mean, almost every race we've been in, we've managed top 10. Sponsor has not recognized any of those. I don't know if they'll recognize a win. I think there's probably a good chance that they'll at least recognize a win at this level. So that's one thing to keep in mind as I go forward. And Zeta, I'm going to send back to grab water now. Lost contact there for a moment. We are starting to step up the pace. This is the Italian National Championship now. We have a group of 85 chasing 5. It's yo-yoing a bit in the peloton as the pace has picked up. There's a pretty decent climb to this, which means I like Tentoni's chances today a bit. Zeta has a chance too. Zeta was supposed to have a +3 today. No luck. No luck. They both had a +1. Tentoni was supposed to have a +1 as well. So between the two of them, we were supposed to have a +4 overall. We end up with a +2. So we still drew, hey, on average, between the two guys, a -1 each. Last race was a -1.5. It's just keeps happening. Is it because of the difficulty level? I mean, does that scale up because of that? Because it's been consistent. Pretty dang consistent throughout this series, and I've had a lot of net -1s. Anyway, it's now 70 riders giving chase. Front group has broken up, so this is definitely getting down to it, and we've got 3 times left through that climb. The damage is certainly being done out there, so this is good because both Zeta and Tentoni are looking pretty fresh. Zeta not climbing quite as well. He doesn't have that pace on the climbs that Tentoni does, but he's got that stamina, that resistance, that despite the fact that he's dropping back a little bit, he's not a bad climber, especially today. He's a 74, 77 on the hill. He is capable. He is definitely capable. With just under 40 kilometers to go, I do need to get water one last time. Zeta again as the guy with the energy. We'll keep him near the front here early on. And thought we were seeing an attack there for a second. We are seeing big accelerations, and here comes the fun part where we start to lap riders. I enjoy that. All of a sudden, Peloton's back. A group made contact there for a moment. Didn't hold on, though. Down to 37. 36. And we're catching the last one. And here comes a big attack. We need to respond to this, I think. Tony, Zeta has that extra energy. Make sure we're not getting left behind on this. I don't think this is actually going to split off. Just in case, though. Just in case. And look what that did. Zeta, it did nothing. Tony, it hurt slightly. Alright, so 34 riders left. 2 times left to go on the climb, and now it's Ineos going to the front, but these guys at the front are bobbing so bad. So I think a lot of the riders in this group are pretty dang tired. This has not been an easy race, and I think there's going to be a good opportunity over these next 2 climbs to really split this group up. So Zeta, let's go 88, 89, 90. Filippo Ganna, Conchi trying to attack Trentin.
The pace seems much too high for many riders.
And now we have a group of 6. So we do have a separation here. Let's slow this down.
He's going for victory.
Counter-attack by Davide Formolo.
All right, so we've got a 30-second gap. Ciccone, Trentin, Formolo, Nizzolo. Okay, let's get Zeta working, and Tentoni's just going to sit on. One climb left to go, and we are in an ideal position right now if we can keep away, but the gap is down. No, it's not. It's holding. Those 27 riders are not catching up to us right now, but they are very close. But just having that gap is massive. Yes, it's up to 36 seconds now. This, I think, is going to be it. This is your final group of 6. And as we approach this climb, we're going to attack it again because this is definitely our best shot. Tentoni, only a 54 sprint, but he's got tremendous acceleration. And I think I can keep him fresh, but we're coming up on that climb now. So let's set this up yet again. So Tentoni, you're going to follow Zeta. Zeta has a 66 sprint, but he's got no acceleration. Okay, gel up, and here we go.
We're into the last 5 kilometers.
All right, Zeta, attack it. See if we could blow these guys up. 4K to go.
Things are hotting up at the front.
Coming up over the top here in just a moment. Zeta, we're going to stay on this 99. I'm saving Tentoni. All right, sprint the downhill.
Another attack. This time it could go all the way.
Ciccone going. Now it's down to 5. Okay. Zeta, red bar's gone, but he's still setting up Tentoni. Tentoni, 1K to go.
There goes the
Whoa,
sprint.
whoa,
The strong men
whoa.
are giving their
Trentin.
all.
Oh, of course. The sprinter here, he's going to be so hard to beat. I think Tentoni, you're now going to be accelerating out of this. Oh, come on. What? Where is the acceleration? Oh my god, his red bar was gone before he even turned the pedal once.
The tail enders are still coming
What? Tentoni! Oh my goodness, he let us down so bad there. Gosh, he had a half red bar. Half red bar. He put his foot down once and it was gone. Jeez. I thought for sure that was at least going to be a podium. I get 2 guys in the top 5. We leave Betty all behind, but Zeta worked so hard to get it down to just these 5 riders. And we go to set up Tentoni, who, yes, doesn't have sprint, but he has acceleration, right? That acceleration should be immediate and should have gotten us 3 bike lengths on those guys. No way you're beating Trentin. He's not a pure sprinter, but he's a sprinter. He's a hybrid, but he is a sprinter, and he was the only one there. So I understand that Trentin, we had no shot at beating Trentin, but Formolo and Ciccone, that acceleration should have 100% had us in front of those guys. Tentoni puts that pedal down once and was done, and those guys just rode away from him. Zeta still had some yellow bar left, but we used his attack. We used his red bar to separate us from Bettiol. It didn't work on the other guys, and I was hoping to put them on the ropes where they didn't have any red bar left, that Tentoni was going to be the only one. That was the plan. That was what I was trying to do with that final group, the other 4 riders. I was trying to destroy their red bars. Oh, man. Close, but not close enough. And with that, the national championships are now behind us. No victories, no jerseys for anyone. A lot of good results. 0 recognition from the sponsor. So that means there's still a chance with failure on our last major objective, the Tour de France. A stage victory there still might do significant damage. So we'll certainly be clawing tooth and nail to make sure that happens, because there is no opportunity after that. We're going to be right at the end of July and that sponsor signing period. We have 2 objectives left. The Österreich Rundfahrt, so the Tour of Austria, is only half star, but it is also based on a stage victory. and we're sending a much lesser team to that one in order to try to make that happen, as we're going to focus heavily on our full-blown 4-star objective, which is the Tour de France. Now, right now, we have that 100% sponsor objective, but I don't think our cushion is very large, meaning something major like this, a failure here, could drop it down quite a bit. I think we are well safe from the tolerable evaluation, but I don't think success is necessarily out of reach. I mean, that's only a 15% drop from where we're at now. So we've definitely got to fight for that. La Vuelta is after the signing period, so no worries on there. And yeah, there you go. We've had no bonuses at any point. We've had quite a few failures. So I think our main thing is the registered riders. We're going to get a good evaluation on that, obviously, for the Tour de France. But the Österreich Rundfahrt is not going to show up with something there. So this actually could drop slightly, because every objective we've had, bar one, has had either Zeta or Vermark there. And that one by itself, even though it was very minor, is the reason why we're not maxed out on this. That is going to do it for this episode, though. We're ready. We're on to it. The big race of the year for us. We're not riding for GC. What we're going to ride for is potentially KOM, but mostly stages. Anywhere, everywhere, we have a chance. We'll have to look at the team and break that down as we get started on the next one. But that's it for today. I'm Decathlon Gamer. Thanks for tuning in. Be sure to hit that like button, and I'll see you next time. Have a good one. Be safe out there, and bye for now.